There are lots of love stories on Young Sheldon, but the real-life ones are just as sweet as anything you'd see on TV. And one romance in particular actually was part of the show. As Jim Parsons garnered popularity as Sheldon Cooper in The Big Bang Theory, his husband-to-be, Todd Spiewak, stayed away from the public eye. Although he'd built a career in the entertainment industry as a graphic designer, it wouldn't be until 2012 that his romantic connection to Parsons became public. In a 2012 interview with the New York Times, Parsons came out as gay and shared that he was in a 10-year relationship. During his interview with James Lipton on Inside the Actors Studio, Parsons spoke briefly about Spiewak, who was in the audience. Lipton turned to Spiewak and asked him about how the two first met. His answer? At a karaoke bar, back in 2002.
My boss and Jim's best friend from grad school were friends, two women, and they hooked us up, and they were with us on the first date.
In 2017, Parsons and Spiewak got married after more than 14 years. Following his wedding, Parsons went on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert to explain why it took them so long to tie the knot. He explained that he was just in no rush to get married. Despite this, the actor suggested that marrying Spiewak was the best decision of his life.
It was so much more meaningful in the moment to me than I predicted, and it's been resonantly more meaningful to me afterward than I ever saw coming.
Aside from playing Georgie Cooper in Young Sheldon, Montana Jordan has maintained a great relationship with his girlfriend, Jenna Weeks. Since meeting at a concert, the two have been seemingly inseparable, often showing their followers snaps of their lives together on social media. They would first go public in 2021 when Weeks posted a picture of the two on Instagram with the caption, "My whole heart." By January 2024, Weeks took to Instagram to announce that they were expecting a baby girl. Alongside photos of the two holding up pictures of Weeks' ultrasound, the soon-to-be mom wrote a lengthy caption expressing her excitement for motherhood. She wrote, "I can only hope that you share the best parts of both me and your dad. I hope you get this big heart and contagious laugh. In a world that is so uncertain, there is one thing that is. Your dad and I love you endlessly and unconditionally." On May 21, 2024, Montana and Weeks welcomed Emma Ray Jordan to their family. To commemorate this new journey, Jordan posted a photo to his Instagram, introducing his daughter to the world. He wrote, "God has blessed me with a beautiful baby girl, Emma Ray Jordan. Mama and Daddy love you, forever and always." Emily Osment has stayed busy since Hannah Montana went off the air. Her most notable relationship is with singer-songwriter Jack Anthony, which she made public on her Instagram in 2021. Despite the two generally remaining private about their relationship, Osment spoke candidly about her partner during her 2024 appearance on The Drew Barrymore Show. She recalled meeting her beau at a concert where she spotted him dancing.
I just pointed at him with a "Who's that?" And then I went over there and introduced myself.
Their relationship hit a new high in 2023 when Osment announced Anthony proposed to her. October of the following year proved to be a monumental month for the actor. Days before her new show, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, aired on CBS, Osment got married to Anthony in a private ceremony. During her appearance on CBS Mornings, Osment spoke briefly about the wedding and how grateful she is to be happily married. She gushed, "It's great so far. These past 4 days have been glorious." As the daughter of actor Jeff Perry and Laurie Metcalf, Zoe Perry was accustomed to being in the public eye. But unlike her parents, she's opted to keep her personal life private. So her portrayal of Mary Cooper in Young Sheldon, alongside her various other roles, was all the public generally spoke about. Luckily, her significant other, Gab Terabulsi, led a private life as well. Though it is unclear how the two met, Zoe and Terabulsi have been married since 2022, which the public learned about through Roberto Bentivenya's Instagram. What we do know is that Terabulsi is a notable director and producer who has worked on various projects such as The Grill Iron and The Kardashians. Although they haven't shared much information about their relationship, Zoe did give fans insight into how the two got engaged. During a Zoom charity event for Field Team 6's Celebrating the Heroes, Zoe praised Terabulsi's ability to produce tear-jerking video packages. As she prompted viewers to contact her husband for his freelance services, she recalled that video production was the method Terabulsi used to propose to her.
In fact, I will share that that was how this guy proposed to me. It's worth it.
Outside of playing George Cooper Sr. in Young Sheldon, Lance Barber has kept his personal life under wraps. While he kept the public's attention through his roles in comedies like The Comeback and Faking It, he married Eliza Barber and became a devoted father to 2 kids. Aside from his mother's Facebook page filled with old photos of the two and their children, not much is known about Lance and Eliza's day-to-day life. However, speaking with the Chicago Tribune in 2014, Lance's The Comeback co-star Lisa Kudrow told the publication that Lance has been a family man since the show's debut in 2005. She stated, "Yeah, somebody married him. He's got children that he's nurturing with." And he is. He's really nurturing with them. According to the Battle Creek Inquirer, Eliza's a chef, and the two have been enjoying life together in Los Angeles. Though we're unsure about the details of their life in 2024, we're sure that Lance has been enjoying some low-key time with family now that Young Sheldon is over. Annie Potts had a long career in film and TV before portraying Meemaw in Young Sheldon. Over that period, her romantic life was quite eventful. By 1989, Potts had gone through 3 separate marriages, all ending in divorce. So when notable television producer James Heyman met her on the set of Breaking the Rules, it wasn't exactly love at first sight. As she told Glamour, "By the time I met Jim, I was sort of done. It was like, why did I think I needed somebody else? I was totally self-sufficient and taking care of myself, and happy about it." Despite this, Potts married Heyman in 1990 and stayed married for over 3 decades. In the process, Heyman proved himself to be a family man. In addition to being a loving father to Potts' son from another marriage, both Heyman and Potts ultimately had 2 more children as well. As partners, parents, and even grandparents, the two never shied away from sharing their love for each other on social media. One example came in 2023 when Heyman posted a sentimental Valentine's Day Instagram post dedicated to his wife. Alongside a sweet photo, Heyman wrote, "My one and only. Happy Valentine's Day, darling." Before portraying Dr. John Sturgis in Young Sheldon, Wallace Shawn met prolific writer Deborah Eisenberg in the early 1970s. Despite the two arguing about Chairman Mao on their first date, they were quickly drawn to each other. Shawn would even go as far as referencing Eisenberg throughout the 1981 film My Dinner with Andre, where he essentially played himself. While the two haven't tied the knot, Eisenberg has publicly made it known just how special Shawn is to her. In her 2021 biography piece on PBS, Eisenberg spoke candidly about how falling in love with Shawn had made her find a sense of self she was missing as an adult. From kicking a nicotine addiction to starting her writing career, Eisenberg credited Shawn for playing a pivotal role in her life early on. She expressed that in her teens and 20s, she struggled to feel, quote, taken seriously, or to see herself as a serious person. It was Shawn who revealed that these issues were not a reflection of her, but the fact that it's hard for everyone to find people they really connect with.
This was somebody I could talk to more than I'd ever been able to talk to anybody else.
Matt Hobby found success playing the not-so-holy pastor Jeff on Young Sheldon, and he's actually romantically involved with his love interest on the show. Before playing Officer Robin, actor Mary Grill gained notoriety for roles in comedies like The Mindy Project and The Detour. While it's relatively unknown how the two met, Hobby and Grill have been married since 2011. Since then, they've had several children, including a set of twins, whom they often showcase on their social media accounts. 2020 proved to be a significant moment for the two as they got to remarry each other on Young Sheldon. Pastor Jeff and Officer Robin mirrored their real-life counterparts by getting hitched on the episode A Live Chicken, A Fried Chicken, and Holy Matrimony. The timing almost worked out perfectly as the two used this moment to celebrate their 10th anniversary. While it had only been 9 years technically, that detail didn't stop Hobby from making a heartfelt post on Instagram commemorating the occasion. Aside from portraying Coach Dale Ballard in Young Sheldon, Craig T. Nelson has had an illustrious career in Hollywood. He was previously romantically linked to Robin McCarthy for nearly 2 decades, but their love didn't last. After his first marriage, Craig met Doria Cook and married her in 1987. Much like her husband, Doria has made a name for herself throughout the entertainment industry, guest starring in projects like General Hospital and even appearing alongside Craig in an episode of Coach. Craig and Doria have been happily married for over 30 years. In addition to being a stepmother to 3 of Craig's children, Doria has an array of other interests. According to Craig's interview with Closer Weekly, he really admires Doria's diverse set of hobbies. He reflected, "I love her sense of adventure and the fact that she's got a life. She's been a performer, she teaches Tai Chi, and she facilitates a lot of things that I don't have time for, like thank you notes, letters. She's one of the most compassionate people I know, and she's my best friend." Long before landing the role of Brenda Sparks in Young Sheldon, Melissa Peterman fell in love with John Brady. Brady has a long resume in the entertainment industry, but information about where they met is unknown. What we do know is that the couple got married on June 5, 1999 in Minneapolis, Minnesota. By 2005, they'd had their only child, Riley David Brady. While the two continue to find work, they've maintained a healthy family life off-screen. Peterman's dedication to Brady has been well documented throughout her Instagram profile, as she frequently shares photos of her wedding day. As she wrote in one sweet Valentine's Day post, "Love comes in all kinds of packages. Mine came in the funniest bald man I ever met. Happy Valentine's Day, John. I love you more 22 years later, and I will try to remember to close the cupboard doors." This wouldn't be the last we'd hear about her love for Brady. In 2024, she'd post more pictures of their wedding day on Instagram for their 25th anniversary. She wrote, "In the Olympics of marriage, we're silver winners. Happy anniversary, John Brady, 25 years." Ed Begley Jr. had the privilege of leading a successful acting career before portraying Dr. Linkletter in Young Sheldon. And though his career may have thrived, he'd ultimately need to rebuild his personal life from the ground up due to problems with gambling, alcohol, and infidelity. After divorcing his first wife, Ingrid Taylor, in 1989, Begley fell in love with actor and environmentalist Rochelle Carson. The two would first meet in a 12-step recovery program and later at an environmental event in 1993. Despite not liking each other at first, Begley told Closer Weekly that their, quote, "common language and understanding of recovery drew them together," culminating in their marriage in 2000. From starring in their own reality show to raising their daughter, Hayden Carson Begley, Ed and Rochelle have been inseparable. According to another Closer Weekly interview, Ed worked hard at this due to the lessons he learned from being unfaithful his first marriage. He reflected, "You have to put in the work, be a good partner, and it just comes down to honesty. But from '96 to date, it's just been us, and that's a pretty good way to live."